welcome Shri K.T. Ramarao Garu, Honorable Minister for IT and Panchayat Raj, Government of Telangana.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome Honorable Minister for IT and Panchayat Raj, Mr. K.T. Ramarao Garu, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, Secretary for IT, Ministry of Government of Telangana. You know, smart cities are comprised of smart societies. So what are the focus areas that we in this initiative are going to focus on? So what we thought we will do is focus on smart societies, and hence this whole concept of smart solutions for smart societies for us, to join hands with us and let the games begin. Thank you.
In fact, we all know that the national government has announced a very ambitious 100 smart cities project, and there is a side project to it which is called Amrut, in which 500 more cities and towns have been included for rejuvenation, for transformation. And we in Telangana want to play a very important role in this larger national scenario. As we know, smart cities, smart societies also have a very strong technology component, which is what we are calling as smart technologies.
Today, we live in a world which is very connected. We live in a world which is, full of smart people. So therefore, they come up with technologies, they come up with solutions. But the essence of these technologies is to make our life easy, is to actually customize and come up with a solution for a problem that exists. I cannot be using a solution that has worked very well in Los Angeles or Barcelona or Dubai. We have to Indianize, we have to customize, we have to find our own formulas and recipes. What works in Barcelona, what works in Los Angeles, what works in Dubai will not work in Hyderabad, because our set of issues are different, our set of challenges are different. In fact, one of the applications that has been currently used by the police department, city police department, is called Hawkeye, where any women in a distress can basically just click on a button, it sends an SOS alert to her family, to her friends, and also to the law enforcement authorities. So these kind of solutions that are unique to our challenges, that meet and that address our challenges and our requirements are the order of the day. And I hope this day-long deliberations will help us and will help the government and will help the society at large in finding some solutions which definitely will address these challenges. So thank you very much to Safir and to all the participants here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
So this is a very key session on smart energy, because when you talk about smart cities or smart societies, the biggest layer that we talk about is the layer of networking, electronics, IoT, and ICT. That is the one layer. Now below the layer is a very critical layer across all the verticals and horizontal is the smart energy. And the power deficit is less than 5%, but compared to other advanced countries, that's about 20% less.
So if you see the various maturity levels of these storage technologies, the pumped hydro and lead acid batteries are fairly mature. They are very widely used, and all of us, we know that. But if you see those technologies which are in the demonstration and deployment, yes, there are things like lithium-based batteries, flywheels and sodium sulfur batteries, and also compressed air energy storage. These are the technologies which are in the demonstration and deployment stage. And there are other technologies which are in still R&D. Those are like flow batteries, flywheels at very high speeds, supercapacitors, adiabatic compressed air energy storage. These are all the technologies which are at various levels of maturity. All our laptops, cell phones, everything has DC. So why is that we need to actually work with AC power in our homes? can we actually look at DC power? So if we can actually convert everything into DC power in a smart society, we can save the power by 40 to 50%. The existing bills can be reduced to that extent. So, and one more advantage is if we go for that, the renewable energies can be straight away used without actually converting that into AC. So the solar power converting, the DC power converting into AC, and then AC power converting to DC, so we lose about 40 to 50%. So all these advantages are there. So if you are really looking at smart solutions, we also need to look at these sort of things. So with that thought, I just end my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Satyam. I'll quickly go through solar power, mainly solar rooftops and net metering concept. Basically, solar power in smart grids or rooftops are where you use your rooftop to generate power for internal consumption on net metering basis. You have smart inverter which prioritize solar power usage or grid supply. Then load runs of solar power first and then uses grid power. Excess power generated can be fed back to grid. Basic concept of net metering. Or you can charge your battery storage. These are some of the concepts which you could do. Parking lots, industrial sheds, everything can be solarized, and then you run your daily consumption from the solar. Rest of the time you do net metering, you have excess generation, you use it rest of the day. Otherwise, even your daily generation is used from solar.
We do energy efficient cooling, in which we use various technologies. One of the technologies we used is called radiant cooling. The thought process we have is, when you talk about energy efficiency, a lot of time it is focused primarily on electricity. How do I get a better motor? Can I use a BLDC this thing? Or can I improve something else so that my kilowatt comes down? We take a step back and say, is there a different way to do that? And that's how we choose each of the technologies we work in. For example, excuse me, radiant cooling. Today, we use air conditioning. Air is cooled and pumped into this room. But is it necessary? What we do is we cool the structure itself, where the temperature of the water that you require to do that is much higher. So if you require, for example, the air conditioning that's working here requires 7 degrees centigrade water, supply water. For the radiant cooling we do, we require 18, 20 degrees centigrade water, which obviously means the compressor has to work less. So it's the same compressor, whether it's inefficient, efficient, whichever you take. If you just use a different way of heat transfer, this is where the intelligence that is built on top of it is useful, where there are other parameters like what are the power costs and all that. So that's what we can either discuss as a panel, or I can answer further questions if they are there. Thank you.
Basic principles of energy saved is energy generated. From that principle, we have to maximize always energy availability and minimize the energy wastage. That's the basic principle. And as per IREDA, Indian Renewable Energy, 1 unit saved is 2.5 units generated. Basic thumb rule, if you take a power plant of a thermal power plant, the plant efficiency may be 70%, and the transmission loss is 22%, and distribution losses may be more than 10%. So almost 30% we are going after generation, and plant efficiency is 70%. 70 into, if you take the 70 is around 49, 50% we are losing there itself. So there, where we can save, where we can virtually generate the energy, that's the basic concept in the world, going in a very big way. If you include that one in a smart way of doing things, the smart networked world, we can do very well in this.
So how are we going to join this city through a smart mobility systems? and that is what I told you is my definition. Smart mobility is aspirational and futuristic. It is a part of an innovative model of development. There's no doubt about it. But I will like him to at least share his views in terms of transportation planning for the urban cities like Hyderabad, which can set a context in terms of converting into a smart city.
Good afternoon, everybody. The panelists on the dais. I thought, as the chairperson said, that to set the tone, recently we have done a study for Hyderabad metropolitan area. What should be the transport system for the next 30 years in Hyderabad metropolitan area? And in the next 25 years, it is expected that the Hyderabad will have almost double the population what we have now. We have around 70 lakhs. It's going to about 140 lakhs by the 2041, and which needs to be catered to in terms of transport requirements. This is how we predicted that in the years to come, we have to, if we want to have efficient transport system and efficient mobility, we need to have a good transport system, particularly the mass transport system. We must be able to move at least 60% of the people by mass transport system, that is metros and buses.
So today we have a huge lab in the high-tech city mind space where we are working on the next generation technologies. Again, so every day in, day out, we look at it, okay, these are the technologies. How do people use it, and what is the simplest possible way and the simplest possible manner to use them, right? So with that, so now we have a challenge. We all talk about smart mobility for the smart cities, right? So what is smart about? The way we look at the smartness is all about doing things in the most simplest possible manner. Our take is, our vision is, let's create a system using the phone where it should be extremely simple for the end users to be using, because we have people from all different walks of life. And so this is one of the most penetrated technologies in the recent times. So our vision goes with, let's make it simple.
The development indicator for a city is not that the poor can afford a car. It is that the rich can actually travel by bicycles. And think about it, right? So that's what we would like to achieve. And there is this convoluted image of a cyclist that we have. I know we've done a lot of things very successfully, right? We've killed a lot of industries in the last 60, 70 years in this country. We've killed a lot of productivity in this, and we've made a lot of smart cities as dumb cities. We've made a lot of smart people as dumb people, but there's another thing that we have very successfully accomplished, which is we've taken the status of a bicycle to a very distinguished vehicle to that of someone who can't afford anything else. So right now, if there is a cyclist on the road, it's the commute option of the last resort. Cycling does a lot of things to people, and the most fundamental is the behavior change. And that behavior change is the one that makes people follow traffic rules, can actually make them to be responsible citizens, can actually make them to be healthy, and a lot of other things.
So technology is actually advancing a lot, but unlike in the financial sector or in other industries in this country or anywhere in the world, healthcare has not kept pace. I'm not sure why. There's probably many reasons, but healthcare has not kept pace with the advances in technology. It's always lagged behind.
I think three subsets in the smart city space that we covered today were smart energy, smart mobility, and smart health.
Thank you, everyone, and hopefully you will be with us for the entire journey, and hopefully we can actually do a lot of significant value add to our to smart cities in general. Thank you very much.